All right, test. Is this working now? Maybe. How is it working? Oh gosh, what am I gonna do about this poll? Okay, that looks a little bit better. So I don't like this angle, but we're gonna work with it because I have been filming these things on my phone. I have a camera, but I got this new little microphone, which I thought would be great for audio quality, but it will not connect to my phone, only my iPad. So I feel like the quality of the video is a little bit worse, but the audio quality should be very, very nice. Anyways, so today I'm reading from my journal. Yeah, so basically I left everything behind to start a new life in Europe. So if you ever have seen those memes where it's like, I want to quit my job and move to Europe, that was kind of what I went through. So 2 years ago, I packed up my whole life, left my comfort of my own home, my comfort zone, and moved to Europe with 2 suitcases, like 1 suitcase and a carry-on. And today I'm sharing with you the reality of what happens when you trust God with your life. So it was a crazy journey. I tell a lot more about it in my print club, but I have been praying for several years to be able to move to England. I felt like it was on my heart, but I was just like, I don't know in what world. I didn't really know anyone who had done this before besides like college study abroad programs. It felt like something that I hadn't really seen done before and didn't think it could necessarily be a reality for me just because I didn't know what it looked like or how to even go about doing it. But I just really, really, really wanted to move to London. Interviewed, ended up getting a job. It's kind of one of those moments when all your dreams come true. What happens to your life now that like you've achieved your dream? Like I've heard celebrities talk about this, like once they, get the Grammy, win the Oscar, it's kind of like, what now? So I had this crazy moment, like, do you get on the plane? What do you do? And then I got there and I can't believe that I've been given this dream and it came true. And it was such a season of seeing where I'd been praying, and I feel like God gave me this wonderful gift. I often hear about how like marriage is a gift and like God gives beautiful gifts, and I felt like it was so evident and clear during my time in England. Like this was a time of getting to know God and getting closer to God, and that He gave me just this wonderful gift. Eventually, basically, my visa expired and I was on a 1-year contract. Thought I was going to stay there much longer, but ended up having to move home for different reasons I can talk about later. I just think it was such a beautiful season in my life. Now that I'm home, I just wanted to paint more and tell my stories about living abroad through my paintings and my art in the different cities that I visited. And so that is part of my motivation for starting the Along the Way Print Club, to share my prints. And one of my favorite things to do when I'm abroad is to write postcards and send them to my friends and family. So in my envelopes, I'm also including a postcard that you can send to someone that you love. It's going to be already stamped, so I made it really easy for you to just write their address and send it in the mail. I have a love for adventure and for travel, and I just thought that through this mail club I could share that with you all. So I was going to do the Joya Cameron Artist Way series, and I was going to film 12 weeks, do an intro video, and oh my gosh, you can see the ring light in my glasses. That's funny. Okay. I was going to do Joya Cameron's The Artist Way series, and I was going to record it on here and talk to y'all about it, and I thought we could do it together and it would be great. But I started flipping through the book. I've done it before, and I thought this would be a cool season to do it again. Just don't necessarily align with everything. I think it was a good book and good for me when I read it, but I just feel like where I'm in my life now, I don't want to do this. So it's hard because I planned kind of like a YouTube series around it and set everything up and was going to make a video, and now I just don't think I'm in that place. So I think I still want to create YouTube videos talking about how, God has worked in my life and how I've traveled and painting and how I've done my print club, but I just don't necessarily want to go through her program, if that makes sense. So I thought I could also do a series sharing these stories and experiences and how to be more creative. I also want to be accountable and journal and reading my Bible, so I thought maybe we could do something similar, but not exactly. So haven't quite decided how to go about doing that, but this is kind of the plan and where this all started. If you would be interested in something like that, please subscribe. I can get it all worked out, but this was kind of my idea behind that. Okay, so this book, my journal, this is where I keep all my art ideas, all of my YouTube ideas, different things that I want to buy, different supplies that I see. I just jot everything down in here. So it's basically like my art diary. I have so many scripts. I would love to hear from you. I was flipping through some of them. If you want to know more how I started a print club, what not to do, if you're wanting to move abroad, tips about that, how to get a visa for another country, how to go about even applying for jobs or getting your foot in the door. I could talk about US versus UK lifestyle, cost of living differences, how to watercolor tutorials, all different types of things. So I wasn't sure if my audience was more, people who want to paint or people who want to travel. So I'm interested in all of these things, and I thought this is a cool spot where we can all kind of, if you love to paint, if you love to travel, if you love all the things, we could all hang out here. But yeah, so I look forward to where this goes. In college, I took several sports video production classes, and as much as I love painting and traveling and doing all the things, I really like creating long form videos as well. I loved my sports video production classes, and I'm not with a team right now or anything like that, so it's kind of weird creating content about my art and my things, especially since I used to do public relations. It's you're promoting other people, or their products, and so it's just kind of an odd thing to be promoting my things, and it's just a weird spot to be in, and it feels different. A little bit of imposter syndrome, but I find it really exciting and fun, and I know I have been given talent and purpose and gifts, and I think for so long I've just sat on it, and now I feel I don't know if the time is right necessarily, but I just feel so tired of thinking one day I'll do this. I'm you know what, the time's now, we're just gonna do it now. So that's kind of where I'm at, and yeah, I would love to hear feedback or comments or ideas, anything. So thank you so much for following along the way.